T1.
He looks really reluctant to play it here.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make it clear to everyone, he knows the risks associated with this lock-in, and he's not happy with it, but Tom's made the call. Perhaps it's Faker who's ultimately decided, but at the end of the day, he is going to be playing that Lovers duo down in the bottom lane into a Poppy. Going to be quite challenging. The range issue here as well. Like, sure, you have poke from Doran on the Jace.
Sort of counteract what a lot of their engage wants to do. Let's dive into the Rift, see what happens.
If he can get a good knockback to the skies with transformation, like maybe you can survive and trade that back. And that's a little bit more dashy.
Yep.
A little bit easier to live when we do have those potential trades coming up.
Stranger to playing Galio. One of my favorite Rift rivals was when Faker and Rookie were both there, both of them at the height of the Galio meta.
Yeah, I mean,
and looked really, really good. It's always been a treat.
Lazy
Feel, this is a treat for him and not one that he really wants. I think knows that he's dead as he throws down the barrier. There's the wind becomes lightning. His owner is going to make sure that the Ezreal dies, and over the wall goes Sponge, understanding that this 1v2 is not one that he can take. First blood to T1.
End up going for any aggression there, but now Doran looking for the execute, and will be successful. That was a really smart play, knowing that they're going to come up and try to punish him, and he will just get out for free.
Immediately, really. Sponge moves over, gets full information. All right, there's the weave as well. Andal flashing over, looking for Keria. Hasn't pressed that W just yet, as there it is. Into the wall they go. Seismic Shove is fantastic. Heroic entrance. Not getting the knockups they're looking for, but Andal's still in trouble. Keria going to be going down first, though, as it's both supports lying on the floor. The barrier comes in. Lazy Feel is still going to get cut down by the feathers, and Yukal, oh no, doesn't manage to hit the rocks. As the flash goes forward, the Justice Punch comes in, and oh, that was actually really cute. There from Yukal as well. Into just the edge.
The wall.
That's so frustrating. No, it was the one rock. With the fact that they managed to grab that dragon. Nothing yet on the board for DRX. Have to see them find a bit of an angle here as Sponge even finding an interrupt on Keria. There's a cease and desist as well. Seismic Shove pushes him back. Keria's just dead. Heroic entrance might be heroic, but it is not going to save that Rakan.
That prize they pick up here. Kill goes over to Sponge. 2 assists to Yukal already this game, and see what else he can get done. As Lazy Field may be in danger.
He might. There is some Shock Blast coming after him, but he does have Arcane Shift.
Plays on Galio. Think back to the World's Final, obviously, that we had very recently, and so many other critical games in the LCK. Really looking forward to seeing how he's going to pilot this champ. He's already had one good fight as Doran.
Yeah, Rich going to be like fine in the ultimate. Immediately onto Doran here, and oh, Sponge. Perfect positioning once again. Continues charging, but that's a great flash from Doran. Able to get that hammer blow back as well, and Andal's lying on the floor for some reason.
Got the first of the object. Yeah, he just out here way too far with no teammates. Like,
and the good old
backing.
The problem was it wasn't a reactionary steadfast presence. It was instead. It's a little bit of a worry here if he continues to get powered up. And Sponge going to be denying that one, so only one objective to be taken here by DRX.
Critically gets that one without the smite, so has another opportunity to grab an additional.
Yeah, Andal is level 6, did manage to make it there as the wall comes through. They're looking for Gumayusi. They will be giving away a few of these grubs, but Gumayusi is going to die. Does have to use all of the summoner spells, as Yukal could almost just die here, and Gumayusi will survive. You're a T1 fan, you're real happy with how that one went.
I mean, I told everyone he's the one you can trust.
Never mind. Maybe don't be. Oh, never mind. He's fine.
He's the one you can trust.
Totally fine. Calculated. Yeah, you can.
Because the potential for escape is definitely there. And they ended up giving up the grubs as well. Now Rich is isolated. Sponge comes over, does have ult flash.
Yeah, let's see whether they can deny this first turret, because that'll mean feats of strength going over to T1. Faker. Let's see it. Okay, there is the public execution, and Doran will be going down first. Oh, they take their time! They take too long! And he's able to get the kill onto Rich. Sponge versus Faker here. I think it's probably still pretty good for Faker, despite the fact that he is Galio, not necessarily good at dealing with physical damage, but he's just able to walk it off. It's happened. Muramana not quite done just yet.
T1 have gotten basically everything but that first dragon. And they're looking for more here.
Yep, Ona going in. Oh, the Seismic Shove is gorgeous, but he does have that Crescent Guard. They're trying to block these dashes. The Xin Zhao goes down as Rich zoning Gumayusi out of this fight. Sponge just getting the heck out of there. Red buff will be secured here by Doran. but he might die for it. That could be a little bit of a problem. Faker able to make his way out as there's a public execution this time onto Faker, but he creates the distance he's looking for. Featherstorm comes through from Gumayushi. He's still at full health as the heroic entrance, once again not finding a lot of value. Decent knockup. Faker is likely to go down, but he trades for Sponge. Yukal's over the wall. The seismic shove onto Doran. He finds the big rock carrier. Is he able to get out? The battle dance says absolutely, because he just dashes all over the place, and they don't have infinite rocks. They don't have the most steadfast presence, but they do have Rich. And let's see whether he can grab a double here. The grand entrance is decent. Seismic shove misses. And oh my god, they had like 20 health between them.
I mean, Guma held his flash until the very, very end.
Oh, true shot barrage. Oh, it gets him. And Carry gets taken down. Andil, big giggle for that one.
He's already on his way out. I know, we have more.
Oh dear, Gumayushi's dead. There it is. That is the cease and desist plus the seismic shove combo that we've seen so many times.
Yeah.
And this looks like it could be an Arakan angle for DRX.
I mean, definitely an opportunity here. Guma's ult was like 10 seconds away. Now Faker's in danger.
Yep, seismic shove does find him one more time, as the Galio is pretty tanky, so not going to be killing him just yet, but that may have convinced him to leave. No teleport up and available. The heroic entrance also not there, as teleport coming in towards his top side. And Rich is going to join, looking to try and get rid of Doran. There is still an outer turret up there, so he does have a bastion of safety he can head towards, and Ona could make this interesting. Keeper's Verdict comes down, as there is the public execution. DRX looking to dive on top of the jungler, but Sponge is already down. Meanwhile, there's a battle on multiple fronts. Doran and Carrier looking like they're almost winning, as LazyFeel wants to take down Doran, and he will be able to get there. In the meantime, Rich is limping away from the battle, and Ona says absolutely not. And then Andil can do absolutely nothing. Gumayushi, he'll turn up extraordinarily late, probably just to help his team grab this Arakan buff.
LazyFeel is in no man's land as well. Looking for some damage here onto Guma, but I think his fate is sealed.
Yeah, let's see whether LazyFeel can make this interesting. Arakan is on his team at the moment as LazyFeel. Oh man, I got so excited that something could almost happen.
Yeah, a little bit interesting.
Yeah. Gumayushi pressed barrier, so I guess he got that.
Well, I mean, now he's done enough damage here to where they can't really Otacon safely, and they're going to have to back, so it is significant. He's
I mean, what's
30.
the result of this?
Well,
the result of this is Otacon got real mad.
Yeah.
Okay,
we'll let them. He's like, okay. You can see at the bottom of your screen how close it is. It's about like 10, 15 seconds away when this hits, and he just cannot get out. So this over this area is so free to take. And DRX don't have the damage just yet. I mean, their Ezreal's on 2.5 items, but they don't have the damage to crush Otacon in return. They're going to look for a dive on the Faker instead.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird, that whole situation, as Sponge presses the ultimate button. Faker gets out of the turret range. True Shot Barrage is going to help aid it. And Yukal not wanting to take any chances.
As far as getting low means it's tough to actually think this out. Guma's splitting.
Yeah, he should be able to get this in a turret as well. Carrier is making sure that he's being as frustrating as possible, as Andil finds a heroic charge. He's the only one here. Keeper's Verdict comes down. There's a public execution, as of course Ambessa can show up at a moment's notice. Doran is just so tanky though. He gets over the wall. No one's dead quite yet, but Gumayushi is now going to turn up, and now it's Ona's turn. Oh, he gets pushed into the seismic shot, but it doesn't matter. He is so tanky, it is absurd. And Doran is still raining these shock blasts forward. I mean, tank Jace is so frustrating, man.
I guess it's just a trick, man. It seems like you can kill Jace because you're used to killing Jace all the time, but you can't kill him.
He used to be tank. Well, he's not that tanky, I guess, if Richard comes and kills him when he's on like 0 health. That's a lot of value from that Featherstorm as the True Shot Barrage sails by. Sponge in the back of this pit right now. Another opportunity for Yukal as the fists are doing the talking for Sponge here at this stage. Not enough dashes there, unfortunately, for Rich, who will just get pummeled by this Galio, and this game has devolved.
Yeah, I mean, too bad this didn't happen just a few minutes ago. You know, like maybe like 11 minutes ago, we could have maybe had Ruinous.
True.
But yeah, T1 playing fast and loose, and LazyFeel ended up cleaning up a lot out of his ultimate, but then ultimately still goes down.
Okay. All right, Gumayushi once again trying to get some value out of some stuff. Triple seismic shove, and down goes the Xayah, and it's a free ticket back to the base to spend some of that money.
Yeah, I mean, they're just feeling like because they have these reses, they're going to be able to take out Pharah, and still fairly greedy here from DRX.
Yeah, a few things on cooldown now as Carrier is trying to battle dance around this fight. Andil off to the side, Keeper's Verdict. This could be so valuable, but instead he holds onto it. Heroic entrance coming on down there as they get a few knockups. Heroic charge onto the Galio, but he's so tanky. As T1, the more of these send homes that they can get without losing anyone, it's very important. 100 gold going over to Faker here as Rich. I'm not sure about that one, my friend, as he's going to dash around the fight and look for an opportunity to get something done, but he is just going to die. As Doran likely to fall as well. A 1-for-1 as far as top lane is. But I think it's probably still pretty good for T1. Spear of Sojourn now, so he's doing a bit more damage on top of everything, but man, it's looking a little bit frightening. All right, there's a weave as well. Okay, UCal, that is an aggressive move. The True Shot Barrage doing so much damage. Another great shove, but Andil still going to be lying on the floor. Sponge goes in. It's going to be the secure of the soul, and this heroic entrance is looking pretty good. Still Ambessa trying to get some work done. Owner is so tanky, it doesn't make any sense. The rock's not going to be enough, but LazyFeel is able to get that kill in the end. He's going to have to be a real hero now, though, because there are 3 T1 members looking for him and UCal.
He's got his passive. Maybe he gets out.
Yep, Grand Entrance coming down. Seismic Shove is decent as Carrier. Will he actually go down? That's the question. He's trying to back, and it looks like he will survive. LazyFeel missing a bunch of buttons, and there's a flash forward from Gumayushi. 432 gold. Lying on the floor now is LazyFeel, unfortunately, and T1 too worried about it. Riftmaker completed. He's got a Lich Bane. This is Battle Galio, if ever I've seen one. Sponge standing on a ward. A little bit unfortunate there as the Seismic Shove doesn't get too much value. Rock's there on the ground as Ona turns up, and he's real scary. Rich as well, sitting at 50%. Ona just trying to get himself out of there, and the dash will be denied. This steadfast presence pretty good from Andil, and what we want to see is so much more from Andil.
Yeah,
I think the Keeper's Verdicts need to start landing if DRX want any hope.
It's the only way they can steal away this Baron is to knock half of T1 away, but T1 are obviously also aware of it. Rich going to teleport back in this one more reasonable. Look at the flank angle here for Carrier, though. Unseen.
Oh, no. Andil's going to whiff it. They can't see the health bars as Heroic Charge might make up for it. Doran is so tanky, though. Stop engaging on this guy. As Carrier will be able to dash his way out. True Shot Barrage almost managed to steal it. Seismic Shove onto 2 again. But they've got health bars for days. They've got buffs all over the place. And DRX are just running out of hope in this game.
With the shoves, but T1 are just so far ahead at this point. They have positional advantage there. Carrier's going to get caught. I don't know how much it matters.
Yeah, LazyFeel, yeah, he's going to be flashing away from that one very quickly.
That's going to be an inhibitor going down here.
Oh, there's the flash taunt. Going to connect onto 2 of them. In goes Andil, though, to try and stop this one from happening. But LazyFeel, in the blink of an eye, he disappeared. The Ambassador as well. Sorry, Rich. But it's a gray screen for now, and it looks like T1, they may not be stopping here. They might just be finishing this game off. Their first win on red side, and a pretty good sign if you want Baron to make a comeback in terms of the battle of the groups. The world champs finally on the board here with a victory over DRX here in game 1 at least. So
there were certainly some big moments for DRX, and I think in an even game state, might have been their W.
Yep, and having a look at this, these massive damage numbers, do you know what it says to me? It says that Owner is ridiculously good because he's soaked so much of that damage.
The draft in isolation for DRX is like a middling, you know, it's a game 2 fearless draft. You know, some champs were missing.
Stock standard AoE team fighting.
But the problem is that you're fighting against Aurora and Rumble, which is already a strong combo.
DRX to have a draft advantage if they wanted to stand a chance, because already things were tough. Let's dive into the Rift for game 2.
Let's see how LazyFeel does, because you know what? Maybe he'll impress us. Maybe we'll be like, wow, this is the best Quirky laning phase I've ever seen. Hey, that's a good start. Yep. That's a good start.
Maybe they just go in. This is the problem, though, is that when we're just fighting in the neutral, there's 2 champions that can hit from long way away.
Yeah.
T1, I just feel like they spiked so incredibly hard in the early game. All right, there's a flash cocoon, and that looks like first blood pretty comfortably. Valkyrie away here from LazyFeel as best he can, as Sponge, Warrior Tricksters to get himself over the wall. Sponge gets over the wall. That was a bit cute. As Equalizer goes down, Rich, 0 mana available. But he's got some health bar. He's got a null magic. Make that a Negatron. So actually a little bit bigger. In fact, the only... Okay, let's have a look at this. Just trying to clear out the wave as best he can. Is Rich. Fellow's Breath going to be necessary there, but the Cocoon going to land. A lot of burst damage. There's the headshot, and boom. That's it. Carrier's going to be able to pick it up in the end as Rich. You can see Oh, he's laughing about it, but not feeling too happy about the whole situation, you could imagine.
I mean, when you see an Ornn try to ult a wave, at least, okay, we could start with that.
Yeah, we can start with that. As Ona's going to get flashed on here, Solar Flare comes down. That is a very deadly sin. They'll take their first kill of the game. As now Doran possibly in trouble as Rich coming in. Where was that going? That's off the tracks entirely. As Rich does get the knock up to prove that something's going to land, but there's no one else here now. Faker not really finding very much damage with the ulti as Lazy Feel, oh dear. There's the last auto in the air from Carrier. Domestically powerful, right? Like this is before they just started winning every world. It's like this
when
was 2022.
They win everything. And they win this.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Ace in the hole.
And like this is why Carrier was playing like Kalista support and Caitlyn support and stuff, because they're like, what lane can we win no matter what bottom lane? Let's just make it win every time.
Cocoon as the trap comes down, and unfortunately it was a little bit late.
That's the one thing I'm thinking of where I'm like, we didn't really discuss this possibility, but maybe they just pick it away from him and he doesn't get to play it, because remember, they first picked this over the Aurora.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the Rumble.
There's no explaining it that makes sense to me. Personally, as Faker could be in trouble here. As the train comes down, this time it's going to land. Nice little chain CC there from Rich, but he's well and truly by himself. And he's going to have to try and flash away the flash forward from Owner, and he kicks him in the back of the head. That's going to send him to the death chamber as Sponge. Warrior tricks to get himself out of the way, and Gumayusi doing the thing he loves to do best, which is shoot turrets.
He likes to get money and then use it to buy items and then kill people with it. But also killing turrets, like you said, he is a big enjoyer of that. Faker may be in trouble really for real this time, maybe?
Yeah. He's not going to be able to make that flash work, as Owner is like, yeah, you're on your own, buddy.
Owner's like, nah, sorry, man. It's like this. And catch T1 napping, basically, when T1 aren't doing their due diligence to check, you know, behind them there in that brush in this case. Small victory.
That's the support, by the way, versus the jungler. Carrier just half-healthing him with his Storm Surge.
I thought the Ornn was the support in this game for DRX.
Yeah.
Or wait, maybe it's the Wukong, or maybe it's the...
It could honestly be any of them at this stage.
Yeah. This is a rough one, man. This is our first, like, real stomp, like...
Oh! Doran's
another
dead!
trap.
There we go. Yukao collects a second.
That's three. Three of these picks they've gotten where T1 just caught with their pants down a little bit. I mean, these are the kind of plays that, you know, a bit of a whiff.
Yeah. Does feel a little bit like that.
Now, let's see if they can find or lock down a single target again. When all of T1 is grouped, it's a lot harder than when, like, Doran's pushed a little bit up in the side lane, when Faker's pushed up in the side of Carrier, maybe?
Yeah. Does flash. As we've got 1 second on the Chaos Storm. Yukao, I think if he had that, then Carrier was dead to find a window in, which has happened right now. The window in yet, that hasn't happened.
Look at the traps. Like, how do you get in here? You can't even show up. You can't even show up to the fight, basically, as DRX. Like, how do you even get there?
I think T1 want to back away. Yeah, I don't think risking it is a good idea.
I mean, there's just no reason to.
Yep.
It's the one way they could lose the game. And they had such a good setup anyways.
Oh, dear. Okay, Doran taking a lot of damage. Owner not able to get on in there to get on top of him.
He's had a good game here, even though it's been kind of quiet.
Yeah. I feel like this is the type of series where you kind of, oh, okay.
Maybe it's not Carrier.
And Carrier is going to die, but Lazy Feel is in a lot of trouble. Still gets himself to relative safety. Gumayusi now in trouble. Yukao comes over. Oh, DRX, have you found an angle to get back in? Owner says no, the equalizer. Not exactly the highest of value, but Yukao's the president. They have to keep that guy alive. He is all of the damage here for DRX. The Sponge diving towards Faker, trying to make me into a liar here as he is able to slam down with damage himself. Doran wanting to find an opportunity, but Yukao, too smart, able to walk out of the way of the Rumble.
As you can see in live, I want to break this replay down too much because we are having some action in live.
Yeah, you can see Rich going to flash towards the wall and not over it. Faker is going to be gifted the kill, I believe. There it is. As Zona once again in control of this one. We're still waiting for the Wukong to turn up as he gets into the pit. Can they deny the solar kick? Says absolutely not. Yeah, I think POM going over to Ona sounds pretty good to me as Andal is dead. And the brief bit of DRX cool stuff comes to a close.
It just wasn't like it was a fight, that last fight where you're like, wow, they actually did anything, so it means everything, right? Because DRX maybe could, but then you look at the game state and you're like, well, they just still can't do Dragon Axe.
Yeah,
I don't know, I'm at a loss for this one, Atlas.
yeah,
Even if he dies, by the way, it's fine.
It doesn't really matter. Equalizer goes down. Yukal is the target. They've decided to kill him, and thus he will die. Andal gonna go down there as well. And yep, Keria gets to buy some items. Shirelia's going to be put together here as he gets that free trip back home. And with Yukal dead, you can see slumped back in his chair, understands that this game was well and truly on his back. And Sponge, that's an interesting little situation here as T1, they understand that it's going to be really hard to stop them from just taking what they want because they can't even die. As Ona goes in, goes back out, that is going to be inhibitor number 1 going down. Mid lane can fall swiftly afterwards. There's an inner turret still up on the bottom side, so 3 inhibs probably not going to happen here, but a dead Nexus, that's certainly on the cards. There are still minions conga lining their way in. 1 Nexus turret remains. As Andal, that Eclipse Shield not going to be enough. The train sails by without causing too much harm to anyone. And Yukal, I think, just going to park himself on the fountain because there's nothing he can do to stop the onslaught of T1. A 2-0. And Baron doubles the amount of kills their group has been able to pick up because the world champs been able to get there here in their second time. You can see Yukal does the most damage in the game. Unfortunately, it means 0.
That means a lot to me that he tried his best.
Actually, that's a really good point. It didn't mean anything for the outcome of the game, but as far as our hearts and minds are concerned, it means a whole lot.
T1과 DRX의 대결에서 T1이 승리하며 오랜만에
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the POM interview translation, joined by Owner on the side of T1, who defeated DRX to secure the long-awaited victory for Group Baron.
소감 부탁드릴게요.
This is T1's first win. How do you feel?
안겨주게 돼서 너무나 좋은 것 같고,
First of all, it's great to be able to secure the first win and being able to win this time. We are looking forward to continuing a good momentum. And yeah, you're right. Group Baron has had its setback earlier than expected. So were you disappointed? Yeah, honestly, I was disappointed, but I actually do believe in all my teammates. So I'm looking forward to us coming right back up. And in Game 2, T1 locked in a unique Caitlyn Elise comp. And plus, with the Fearless draft implemented, everyone was looking forward to T1's Joker picks. So in the player's perspective, what do you think of playing around these diverse picks? I think Caitlyn Elise is something that our team has been utilizing pretty well lately. And I think being able to work around diverse picks is actually a lot more fun, and I think being able to be a lot more versatile is always going to pay off as a player. And with the addition of Doran, you have been playing with him for a while, so how much of the top jungle synergy have you managed to bring up? It's too early, so I can't say it's at 100%, but I believe that we are quite friendly with each other so far, and I think we're able to, we have a lot that we can look forward to. I think right now we're doing pretty well. And with T1 winning today, Group Baron has ended the losing streak, but Group Baron is a little behind with the score being 6-2. So would you like to talk or say anything to the other teams in Group Baron? You know, we're having a slow start, team, but I believe we can come right back. And any message to your fans? I'm always so grateful that we have so much support, and it's been really cold here in Korea, so thank you so much for coming out here, and I want to promise you that we'll do even better in the future. And that's the end of the interview with Owner, and back to the space. Thank you.